when I heard that I got the call, that my agent called me and he told me what was going on, it definitely hurt me. I hold myself at a high level. The Rams don't take calls on Aaron Donald. The Patriots don't take calls on Tom Brady. You know what I mean? That's where I hold myself in that regard. So regardless of, I understand that you have a job to do, that's the way I took it.
That's Jamal Adams, Jets safety, meeting with reporters on Wednesday, one day after he was shopped or not shopped, whatever the case may be. Because his position on Tuesday was, I'm upset that you were shopping me. The team's explanation through GM Joe Douglas was, well, we weren't shopping you. People were calling us and making offers, and we were listening. So Adams' response is, well, the Patriots don't listen when people call about Tom Brady. The Rams don't listen when people call about Aaron Donald. And Chris, look, all due respect to Jamal Adams, he's not Tom Brady. He's not Aaron Donald.
No.
He's not in that narrow slice of untradeable player. If someone's going to offer a first-round pick plus for Jamal Adams, the Jets are going to listen.
Yeah, I like Jamal Adams. He plays with passion. He's a phenomenal football player. Yeah, he's putting himself in a rarefied air right now where he doesn't, whoa, horsey, whoa. Like, that's crazy town, okay? Come on now. Right now, Aaron Donald is going to go down in history as maybe the greatest defensive tackle we've ever seen in the NFL, in the history of the sport. He's going to go down as one of the all-time greats. When there's a team of the all 150-year team of the NFL, Aaron Donald and Tom Brady are going to be on it. Okay, so different stratosphere. And if it wasn't for Mr. Kraft, I think that New England would take calls. If you offered something crazy, maybe not now, but at some point, all right? And then this is also Tom Brady, where we're talking about 3 Super Bowls and all those things, or, 6 Super Bowls, excuse me. And, of course, won 3 of them very early in his career. Aaron Donald, I think they took calls when they weren't sure what they were going to do with their contract. There was calls taken there when people called, hey, maybe you guys aren't going to get this done. You willing to trade him, anything like that? I think there was plenty of teams that called the Los Angeles Rams, and they listened. Did they want to give him away? No. Just like Jamal Adams and the Jets. They didn't want to give him away either. So it's the same thing, and I'm with you. You just got to pump the brakes there on that. Don't tell me you're going to be professional and everything like that, and then make comments like that are not really that professional. Come on. We just at some point, everybody's just got to be quiet, get off of social media, and play football, and stop worrying about making statements all the time.
Well, look, and I firmly believe that to be a successful professional athlete, you have to be confident to the point of delusional, but you can't be delusional. There's a line there that you have to respect. You have to have confidence in your abilities, but you can't be popping off with comments like that will open the door for criticism that will be accurate criticism. Jamal Adams also refused to meet with Joe Douglas, the GM of the Jets, on Wednesday.
So
Douglas
there you go again.
Clear the air. Yeah, and
I'm going to continue
to
act like a professional, but not. So you lose me. You start to lose me after you BS me a few too many times. Sorry.
And what he's done, he's validated the fact that they were willing to consider trading him, because we're getting a glimpse of what the Jets deal with all the time. Peter King and I argued about this on his podcast earlier this week. My position was, and still is, the Jets know this guy better than anyone. They deal with him every day. They see him in the meeting room. They see him on the practice field. They see him on the bus, on the plane. They're around him all the time. He's a temperamental guy. Last year, it seemed like every other week, Coach Todd Bowles had to try to rein him in because he said something in a press conference or a radio interview that created problems because it seemed like he was calling people out. And this year, he's improved in that regard. But this is a feisty, temperamental player, and at some point you have to ask, is he more trouble than he's worth, especially if somebody's going to give us a first-round pick plus for him?
Right. Yeah, and right now, I don't think he's worth more trouble than he's worth, because he is in the conversation for one of the best safeties in football, and I get that. But, it just, we're seeing some warning signs where we just want to go, please stop, please stop. Like, you're going, you're digging yourself into a hole, and you're going to lose again, like we're talking about with Baker Mayfield, the battle of public perception here in New York. There's already New Yorkers that think, oh, he's a knucklehead now. He's already been put in that category. And that's where I just want to tell a young guy who I have a lot of respect for. His dad played with my father on the New York Giants. And this guy is a baller, and I've been around him. I just don't want him to go into the spouting off category every time something little thing happens, and then he gets perceived to be a pain in the butt on a football team or a hard to handle guy in the locker room. That's where I just want to talk to Jamal Adams and say that.
But let me say this, though, too.
Yeah.
Just like with Baker Mayfield, this is part of what makes him who he is.
It is,
part
I
of
know.
what makes him a great player.
I know.
You have to be willing to take the bad with the good. And my point is this. If somebody's going to offer you a first-round pick plus more stuff, you're going to at least evaluate life without Jamal Adams, which is what the Jets did. But they decided to keep him, at least for now.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.